Welcome everybody to the webinar. I'm super excited to be here. For those of you who I haven't met yet, my name's Eric Johnson. I'm the creator of Teamzy, and I'm really excited to show you some of what this amazing platform can do tonight. Here's what I'm going to do. We're not going to spend a lot of time just chatting. We're going to get right to the nuts and bolts. I want you guys to take away a ton of value from this training, maybe learn some things you didn't know about Teamzy, and also I want you to leave here ready to go implement in your business. So here's what I'm going to cover tonight. I'm going to take you through the process of setting up Teamzy. Now I know some of you guys are already using it, so some of that you already know, but you may learn a couple of things along the way. Then I'm going to take you in and I'm going to take you through how to crush a power hour, okay? Which is really, in this tool, it's really more like 20, 25 minutes. I'm going to show you how to connect with people, how to start conversations, right? Make their day and start conversations. How to take those conversations, turn them into invites. And then I'm going to teach you how to follow up on an invite like a pro to move people from prospect to customer to coach. Okay, we'll show you that whole process. It won't take me that long to go through that. I'm going to go quickly, but we are recording it, so don't worry. But I will take you through that whole process. Then we'll do an open Q&A. Okay, and I'll answer questions as long as you guys are asking questions, which is fine. You'll notice there's a Q&A button right in the bottom of the screen where you can enter your questions at any time, and I'll go through them at the end. Sound good? All right, well, let's just jump right on in. To Teamzy. Okay, so now you guys are looking at my Teamzy dashboard. Again, I'm pretty sure just everybody on this call is already using Teamzy, but if you're not, somebody invited you to the call, someone on your team, make sure that you are in a free trial at the very least. Go to teamzy.com and get a free trial. It's 30 days free. Okay. Now, when we set this thing up, the first time you logged in, you were inside a setup wizard. Now, some of you guys are like me and you just click to get things out of your face, and you might not have even noticed it. You probably dismissed it. So if you want to relaunch that setup wizard, here's where it is. It's right up here in the top right, this little cog wheel right there, setup wizard. Okay, so we're going to go through this quickly together. Again, if you've already set up Teamzy, bear with me. Hopefully you'll learn a couple of new things as we go. So what we do in setup is we do three things. We're going to set an income goal. Okay, that's the first thing we want to do. We're going to create an income goal, and then Teamzy is going to tell you the level of activity you need to be doing to hit that goal, which is pretty cool, right? Then we're going to create a powerful why. This is something that a lot of people skip, but I'm going to encourage you guys not to skip it. And I'll explain that as we go. And then also we're going to get our contacts imported into Teamzy and ranked so that we can be super mega efficient, right? It's going to be cool. I'll show you. All right, let's just get started. So the first step is set an income goal. Now, this is the income level you'd like to be at 12 months from now. Okay, so just put a number in there. Just pull a number out, okay? Now, whatever you think is reasonable, I want you to kind of increase it by maybe 20, 25%. I want you to stretch a little bit, okay? Because you cannot underestimate how efficient you will be using a tool like Teamzy, okay? So I put 150,000 in here. So whatever you want to put in there, just put the number in and then hit continue. Okay. So now what Teamzy has done is it's calculated in the background about how many people I need to connect with to hit that number. Okay, and so it's recommending 4,348 connects over the next 12 months. 4,348 connects. That's a lot. I mean, I don't know how many people you connect with on a daily basis, and I know there are some amazing people in Teamzy that are connecting with that many people a year, but it seems like a lot to me. But remember this, you guys. If you need to eat an elephant, how do you do it? You guys know this one? You eat an elephant one bite at a time. So the next page, I'm going to click continue. The next page breaks it down for me into bite-sized chunks. So now that huge number, 4,348, is now broken into three groups: prospects, customers, and coaches, right? That's pretty self-explanatory. And then it breaks those down yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily. So that huge number now is just a daily target. I need to connect with, and this is the recommendation from Teamzy, 9 prospects a day, 6 customers a day, and 4 coaches on my team each day. And then I've got a minimum goal of inviting 3 people and adding 3 new people to my list. Now notice something that's cool here. In these goals, they're recommending that I connect with 19 people a day, but my goal is only to invite 3. And I'm going to show you guys how that works, because we are going to create a ton of conversations. And in those conversations, we're going to look for opportunities to invite. See, it's a little bit of a different philosophy than just invite, invite, invite. Because what we're going to do is we will never leave a relationship behind. See, we're not going through no's and leaving people behind like dead bodies. With relationship marketing, every relationship we know, we're consistently warming up and improving our relationship with them.
Does that make sense? We still weed through the yeses, the people who are ready now, but we're incubating everybody else. It's pretty cool. All right, so you've got these goals, 9, 6, 4, 3, and 3. Now, I want you guys to know that you can change these just by typing in the boxes to whatever you want, okay? When you have these the way you want them, and you click continue, your Teamzy dashboard will be configured to your goals, okay? And you can change these anytime, by the way. There's a change daily goals button on the dashboard, which will bring you back to that page. Okay, so now we're all set. Our dashboard's configured to our goals, which was 150,000 range, right? Now we're gonna find our why. We're gonna find our why. All right, hold on a second. I just need to look at you guys for a second because this is an important piece. And some of you guys have heard me talk about this before, and you know how passionate about this I am. And this is why, guys. The statistics show that 1 out of 2 Beachbody coaches quits the business in the first 12 months. That's a lot of people quitting. And I know how hard you guys work to recruit people to your team. And to think that 1 out of every 2 will quit in 12 months is kind of disheartening. Now, here's the worst part. That includes you guys. Some of you guys on the call tonight are going to quit. And it's not because there's anything wrong with you. The truth is that all of us are quitters. All of us quit things all the time. All people quit. The only time that people are successful is when they have a reason not to quit. They have a reason to persist, right? I know you guys have heard people talk about the why and how you have to find a why. And you're like, yeah, I know I need a why, but how do I even get there? And I'm here to tell you guys that getting to a why that's meaningful really isn't that hard. I'm going to give you guys the steps right now, and it's built right into the Teamzy setup wizard to make this process easy for you. But understanding why you're doing this, why you're in the game, will help you. It's going to give you armor because you will come up against quitting points. You're going to come up against reasons to quit, right? It might be something dramatic that happens to you financially, health-wise, personally, relationship-wise, right? Tragedy could happen. Or it could just be kind of a general lack of motivation on your part. That tends to get more people. Just that I don't feel like doing it today. You string 3 days like that together and guess what? You're out of the business. Here's the thing, guys. If you know why you're in this game, it's going to motivate you. It's going to inspire you. It's going to kick you in the butt to get things done. Teamzy's going to let you slay this business in less than an hour a day. You just need a reason to get in the game for an hour a day. Okay, so we got to do this. Let me jump in and I'm going to walk you guys through this real quick. Okay, so these are just questions. You answer them for yourselves. You write the answers in. It's just to get your mind working, okay? Why did you become a coach? Pretty simple. And I'll tell you guys my story. A lot of you guys know I was a Beachbody coach. Not anymore because of compliance issues with Teamzy, but I'm going to tell you my coach story. I became a coach because I bought P90X at Costco. Don't get mad at me. They sold it at Costco for a little while. And when I did it, I lost 60 pounds. It's an awesome product, right? 60 pounds, I lost 60 pounds. I look like a different person. Guys, everyone was asking me about it. And I know some of you guys have had a similar experience where everyone's going, what did you do? I did P90X. What did you do? I did P90X. Over and over and over and over again. It got to a point where my wife said, you should probably be getting paid for that. That's why I became a coach. Real deep, right? No, it wasn't very deep to start. It probably wasn't for a lot of you guys either. Second question, what do you hope to accomplish? Well, when I started as a coach, I had hoped to be able to make $500 a month extra money. That's it. I thought that would be so cool. And I remember asking my sponsor at the time, do you think I could do that? Do you think I could make $500 a month? And he said, yeah, absolutely. I think you could. Great. Next question. Why is that important to you? Okay, so the reason why I said 500 bucks a month was I was thinking to myself, man, I would love to put that in a savings account every month. How many of you guys can relate to that? I mean, I hadn't saved money in ages. In fact, some of you who know my story know that my business background was I'm a consultant. I help people build their business. That's what I do. And primarily real estate people, right? And what happened to the real estate market in the Great Recession a few years back? I mean, it just disappeared. It was brutal. I was laid off from my job and we struggled like a lot of people did during that time. And by God's good grace, we made it through that recession in one piece as a family financially, but we did not save money for 6 years, not a penny, not a penny. So the thought that maybe I could make 500 bucks a month extra and put it in a savings account, that was important to me. All right, so now I'm on the fourth question. What would achieving this mean for you and your family? And you guys are gonna just go through the same process. Just spitball it, just think about it, okay?
And you'll see how quickly you do this. It took me about 20 minutes to do this the very first time I did it, and it was life-changing. It was life-changing. What would achieving this mean for you and your family? Okay, so the first thought that came to my mind was, man, if I could save it for long enough, we could buy a new house. I was like, that's so exciting. We could buy a new house. My wife wants a new house. We have 4 kids now. We didn't when we started. Like, you know, we could really use some more space. That's why I'm out in the shed quarters right now, because I have to come out here. There's 4 kids over there, and this is where I need to be with you guys, right? So I thought buying a new house would be cool. All right. So I've already moved from, I should be getting paid to this, to, hey, maybe we could buy a new house. This is in the space of 10 minutes. Now I get to this last question, which is, why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel? Oh, I need a drink for this one. When I first read this, I was frustrated by it. It was just seemed like some of that hippy dippy, weird, abstract personal growth stuff, you know, the stuff that gets annoying. And one of the things that's interesting to me is I get really annoyed at personal growth when it's actually stretching me. Anyone else relate to that? It's like, why am I doing this? So annoying, because it's stretching me. But here's what I realized. Buying a new home wasn't meaningful at all. There was no meaning to that. It wasn't meaningful. However, when I looked at the next question, how does it make you feel? I realized this. Buying a new home wasn't meaningful, but it was symbolic. It was symbolic. It represented something to me. Something that I hadn't taken the time to recognize and admit, which was that my life, my family life, was not healthy. It wasn't healthy. I was working all the time, working crazy amount of effort and hours in order to not be able to save a penny for 6 years. That's not very great, right? I never saw my kids or my wife. I mean, literally, I would see my kids in the morning. They'd be getting out of bed, and I would kiss them goodbye. And when I got home from work, they were already done with dinner, getting ready for bed. That was my job, saying goodnight to them. And I can't forget that my son, who was just starting kindergarten at the time that I went through this process the first time, he couldn't get daddy out. He couldn't call me daddy. He always called me the name of his teacher. And then he'd go, I'm sorry, I mean daddy. And it was just reminding me that I just wasn't present for them. I wasn't being present for them. And I felt like I was doing what I needed to do as a dad and as a husband, providing for my family, but I wasn't part of that life. Kind of sucked, right? And I realized something, guys, that this Beachbody opportunity was more than some extra money each month, that it represented an opportunity to create a new life, to create the family life that I wanted, that my kids and wife deserved, and to create just a completely different lifestyle for my family. Because remember this, guys, your why is more than what you want. It's also who you want to be. Who do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to be? The opportunity to be that person is here. This is it. This is your opportunity, guys. This business is your opportunity. Okay, so I went through this process of kind of answering these questions, had this big revelation. The very last box is called my why. This is where you actually write out a why statement. And I want you to write it kind of like an affirmation, kind of imagine what your life will be like if you succeed. Okay? I'm sorry. When you succeed. Thank you very much. So here's my why that I wrote just over 2 years ago when I went through this process. To create a life where I'd never have to worry about money again. I enjoy quality time with my family, and I'm present for my children on a daily basis. I'm healthy and full of energy. Guys, I wrote this down, and it was life-changing, because guess what? Guess what? How many times do you think I didn't feel like opening up Teamzy and connecting with people about my Beachbody business? All the time, right? You guys can relate to that. But how many of you think that I went ahead and did 30 minutes of connecting because this why was in front of me? You bet. I just got it done. I just got it done. And here's the thing. I got in the habit of doing it at 4:30 in the morning in my bathrobe before I could get distracted with anything else. I'd get my power hour done. And then during my day, while I'm doing other things, I was just having conversations with people that I had started first thing in the morning. I'll show you guys how to do that in a minute. But get this, don't skip the my why part. You're going to be part of the statistics of people who quit. You need a reason. Now, here's one more thing for you guys. Some of you guys are more motivated by avoiding pain than you are by some happy-go-lucky goal type sense. You know you are. So I want you to create a dark why. The dark why you just put in parentheses, and this is, you just describe what your life will look like if you quit. What does failure mean to you in this scenario? What does your health look like? What does your wealth look like? Are you stressed out about money? Are you stressed out about working for somebody and making them rich? Are you not seeing your family? Whatever the case may be. I want you to write out, like, if I fail, this will happen. Here's the thing, guys. The why, when you save that last box, it's going to be on your dashboard every day. When you log in to do your power hour with Teamzy, it's going to be in your face. It's going to get through the BS you're feeding yourself about why you shouldn't be working on your business today and help you do the couple things you need to do to keep it moving. Does that make sense? Okay. I know I went off on a passion tangent on that, but I can't help it. I am passionate about it because I want you guys to be successful. So when you click continue, whatever you've written in this last box will be on your dashboard. All right, last step here, guys. We are now going to get our contacts into Teamzy, okay? Great. There's some videos here to help you. There's a lot more videos even in the university tab of Teamzy itself to help you with different imports and things like that, but these are the big ones. Coach Office. You can go into Coach Office and get your coaches, right? Export them. Get your personally sponsored coaches. That's what I recommend you do. Okay, get those in and then do them first. That's the first thing you want to import into Teamzy are your coaches. Then you're going to export your customers and put those in Teamzy. Okay, coaches and customers. Then we're going to get your Facebook friends list, which is so cool because you can get that everybody you know on Facebook into Teamzy and be organized with it. None of this like going through Messenger trying to think of who you're going to contact. It will all be super organized. And then anywhere else you have contacts, another CRM, wherever, you can get them into a CSV file and import them. So here's the thing I want you guys to know. You want to get all your lists here into Teamzy so that you're organized. Teamzy is going to take these lists for you, and they're going to automatically create your Power Hour contact list every day. You never have to do any planning once you get this set up. Okay, I just want you to know it's automatic. It's going to cycle through your list perfectly for you as long as you keep coming back to Teamzy and using it. Okay, so let me show you how this works. We're going to just do an import real quick. I just got my Facebook archive. We'll bring it in. Here it is. All right. Great. So, and you can also do, if you want, you can do advanced import options and you can put a tag in. I like to tag these if they're from Facebook. Great. Here we go. So now we're bringing them in live. Gives me a chance to drink. You can see it goes pretty quick. It actually goes a little faster than this, but since I'm on Zoom, it kind of slows down my internet access just a touch. Here we go. Okay, so all those people are now in Teamzy. There's one more step now for setup, and that's to rank contacts. Now, this is important, you guys. I just want to explain to you why we rank contacts, and we rank them on a 5-star scale, right? Just like we would do a Netflix or something on Amazon, right? 5 stars is awesome, 1 star is not very awesome, right? We do this because you need to, with relationship marketing, you need to spend more time with the best people, right? Makes sense? You need to spend more time with the best people. The people most likely to help your business should get more of your time. With your coaches, you should be spending more time with the coaches that are producing in their business. But you need to give everybody a little bit of time. This is why it all works. Now, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing I want you to get from this. If you want to prioritize your time, you first have to prioritize your relationships. Is that true? You got to prioritize your relationships first if you want to prioritize your time. That's how you plan a day. This is the principle behind this. Let me show you how it works. Let's go through these really quick. A 5-star person is somebody most likely to become a customer or coach, or they're an existing customer or coach that's a rock star. Okay, they're 5 stars. They're going to come up on your up next list. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Your up next list is the people you're connecting with just to make their day. They're going to come up on that list every 30 days, your 5-star people. Okay, 4 stars, these are people that's likely to become a customer or coach with a little bit of nurturing, okay, or they're the solid performers already on your team. They're going to show up on your up next list every 60 days. 60 days, okay, every 2 months. 3-star people, everybody's a 3-star to start because you just don't know which way a 3-star can go. They could go either way, right? You don't know. Most of your acquaintances are going to be 3 stars. The vast majority of your list will continue to be 3 stars even after you do your ranking. They're going to come up on your up next list every 90 days. 2-star people every 120 days. The 1-star people are on your list, like in Teamzy, you can look them up, but they're not going to ever come up on your up next list. The 1-star people are kind of like the people you put in cold storage. Okay, your do not contacts from Beachbody will come in as a 1-star. Okay, so let's just go to that page. So after the import, it's going to take you right to your list, and it's going to leave you in what's called rank mode, right? So you can just scroll down, and as you look at names, everybody, by the way, when you first do this, everybody will be a 3-star. With the exception will be those customers that are do not contacts will be a 1-star. So everyone's already going to be a 3-star. So you're just going to go down and look for the people that you want to promote to 5 stars and 4 stars. Really, that's the best way to get started, just to take that first cut so Teamzy can prioritize those people at a higher level, right? And if you're somebody with, you know, that's like an incredibly relational person and you've got tons of relationships, you probably might have as many as 15 or 25-star people in your entire list. Just to give you guys some reference. Okay, so once you do all this, you can just click anywhere. It saves your work. I'm gonna go to the dashboard. We're gonna kill our power hour. You guys ready? Here's a quick tour of the dashboard. Again, if you need to look somebody up that's not, here's your up next list. We're gonna get there in a second. You wanna look up somebody who's not on the dashboard, you just look them up right here in the lookup bar, you type a couple letters and it will bring them up, okay? That'll take you to their contact record. You want to add somebody new to your list after you've done your imports, you click this add contact button and you add them right to your list. Pretty cool. You need to get to your settings, it's up here, okay? Now over here is your navigation, team, business, university, that's where I was telling you all that cool training is. You can go there and get all that training. Here's your activities. These are today's goals. We wanted to connect with 10 prospects, 6 customers, 4 coaches, invite 3 people, add 3 people. Okay, so those are my goals for the day, and as I do them, as I complete them, these numbers change. My why is right here. There's that why that we wrote. If I want to change it, I just click on it, right? If I want to change these goals, I just click on Edit Daily Goals. It takes me back to the Setup Wizard to change those. All right, one more thing I'll show you here, which are the dailies. This is just an accountability tool. Did you post on social? Did you do your personal development? Did you drink your shake? Did you do your workout? There's days when you skip things, right? And this will be in your face. It's going to be in your face so that you have some accountability to go get that stuff done. Okay, so now let's do our power hour. Are you guys ready? This is so cool. So this up next module really is magical. It's going to make you so freaking organized, you guys. There's 4 lists, and they're all right here. There's only 5 people at a time because we don't want you to get overwhelmed. Okay, we'll give you 5 at a time to work with. And I'll show you how this works. We've got 4 lists: prospects, customers, coaches, and follow-ups. Okay? Let me show you how this works. We're going to do it in order. Prospects first. Prospects first, always, left to right, always. I don't care if you have 50 follow-ups on the follow-up list and they're hot. Do your prospects first. You always want to be creating and planting new seeds every day. You with me? Okay, so let's do it. First person on my list is Jay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to connect with the first person on my list. Don't second guess it. It's literally going to take like 3 seconds to connect with her. So I don't even care who it is. I'm going to message everybody that comes up on my list. You ready? So here's what we're going to do. I've got Facebook open right here in a separate tab because I use Facebook to send my messages primarily. So that's ready to go. Jay's next on my list. Now, before I send her a message, I don't want to spend a lot of time trying to think about what I'm going to say. I don't want you guys to get stuck in that analysis paralysis. I want you to be boom, 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 rapid fire, getting these little love notes out to people so you can start some conversations. So I'm going to click on scripts. See right here, this button? I'm going to click on scripts to get a quick idea of something I can say that is proven. That's an effective script. Okay. So that brings up, I have all these options, and I'm going to do Facebook, so I'm going to click that. So now I've got some connects here that are ready to go. Here's connect 1. Hi, Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. By the way, this is my favorite script of all time. And I know some of you guys are Power Teamzy users. You've probably used it and are probably amazed that something so simple is so effective at creating conversations, but it is. And remember, our goal with the Connect is not to recruit, it's not to invite, it's just to make someone's day. It's just to make someone's day and start a conversation. So here's what we do. I'm going to click copy script. That copies it to my clipboard. Now I'm going to jump over and look Jay up so we can message her. There she is. Okay, we're going to send Jay a message. And I've got this message already on my clipboard, so I can just paste it, right? And now I'm going to change the name, of course, to the right name. So it takes me literally that long. And I sent the message, right? Just stopping by to say hello, how are you? Hope your day is awesome. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna just copy that message real quick so I can log it in Teamzy. Now you don't have to copy the message if you don't want. You can just write a note. Really scary, my lights are flickering. Do you see that? This is turning into a seance. We're about, no, I'm just kidding. I think it's just a bad light bulb. All right. Let me go turn it off just so it doesn't drive me nuts. Good. All right. Just so you guys know, if something weird happens and I lose power, don't leave the webinar. I will jump back on my phone and we'll rock the rest of it out with a mobile app. Okay? So do not worry if that happens. Don't run away. It might take me 60 seconds to get back on the call. Okay, so look, I pasted that in there so I can log it. Now again, you don't have to copy and paste the message if you don't want to. I just find it's faster than typing any notes. I'm gonna now log what type of message this was. It was Facebook. Now watch what happens when I log this connect in the system. So now I've connected with her. The system told me who to connect with, told me what I could say. I connected with her. Now I'm logging it. So everything's done. There's no tracking to go back and do. When I log this, I click that button. Now look, Jay's off my list. She's gone. My list has now moved up. I have a new person on my list that wasn't there before, Jennifer, right? My list has moved up and I just work and I go to the next person, right? Which is conveniently my wife. She'd probably be happy to hear from me. So I'm gonna go to the next person. Check this out. It only takes a second. There she is. I'm gonna message her and I'm gonna send her the same message. Just send it over and over, you guys. Don't overdo it. Boom. See how quick it was? You guys, it's so quick. I've even sent the wrong name before and started a great conversation with somebody. I said, haha, I can't believe I just called it the wrong name. It's crazy. I have 4 kids. You know, I can't get their names straight either. How's your day going, by the way? And it works great. All right, so look, I'm logging this the same thing. See how quickly I'm doing it when I log that. Boom, now I'm up to 3 and I'm on to Kelly. How quickly do you think I can get my 10 done? Super quickly, right? I'm gonna get those done literally in less than 10 minutes. When I'm done with my prospects and I have 10, and this circle's all the way blue, you guys, now I'm gonna go over to my customers. I'm gonna start connecting with my customer list. And it's super mega important to be in touch with your customers, guys. There's a couple of reasons. I'm gonna show you how easy, it's just as easy. I'm gonna show you the scripts and stuff that we have in a second, but here's the thing. You are Beachbody coaches. People need you to stay on track. How many people have you ever had go through a challenge group and like their life has changed now, they're good, they don't need your help anymore? Anyone? It's very rare, right? People go through and they get great results and then they revert back to their life. They need you in their life. So that's the first reason to be in touch with your coaches, because your heart's to help people and that's how you help them. From a business standpoint, it just makes sense to be in touch with your customers. They're gonna drink Shakeology for more months than if you're not. They're gonna continue to buy new products, new supplements, new workout programs. The more in touch with you they are, they're gonna ask you questions, you're gonna make recommendations, and you're gonna create more volume for your team. That makes sense, right? Now here's one more reason, because I know some of you guys struggle with, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna get to Success Club this month. If you've ever had that thought, I want you to know this. I'm gonna tell you right now where the best place to go to get a new customer for Success Club is. There's no better source, there's no hotter source of a new lead on the planet than a current customer, somebody you already have. Your current customer is the hottest source for a new lead. Think about it, guys. If you have anybody who's using these products, using these workouts, and getting results, guess what? They're already talking to everybody in their life about them, and people are asking them about them on a daily basis. They are already lead generating and don't even realize it. You need to be in touch with your customers. It's crazy when I talk to Beachbody coaches and they're like, well, I have like 2,000 customers and I never talk to them. It's like, oh my gosh, that's your gold mine, you guys. That's your gold mine. So here's the thing. I'm not going to go any deeper into this, but in the university, I did a full 1-hour training on this called Hit SC Every Month on how to actually multiply your current customers. I'll give you my scripts and everything on how to do it in there. So definitely, if you're interested, go watch that training on your own time. It's in the university in Teamzy. Okay, so let me get back in here. Where am I? I'm off on tangents about customers. So now we're going to connect with customers. I'm going to connect with Mike. I'm going to look at my scripts. I've got some great customer scripts, right? Great ones for recommendations, by the way. People who are signing up and excited for a challenge group are a great source to bring new people to the challenge group. You just got to ask. There's some great things on how to do it, okay? And then this is my favorite my favorite one. I mean, you can use this one. How are workouts coming? You're drinking water and shakes. Give me an update. This is my favorite one, though. Just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. Here's my challenge to you guys. Send this message, just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. I want you to send that message to 5 current customers tomorrow morning and see what results you get. They're going to be great. All right. So I'm going to now message my customers. Bam, bam, bam. Just go down my list. My goal is 6. So I'm just going to do the next 6. If they're a customer I got from Beachbody back office that never responds to my emails, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to email them. Hey man, it's your coach checking in. How are you? See if there's anything I can do for you, right? Bam. When I get to 6, this circle is full. Now I go to coaches. I'm going to connect with coaches the same way. Guess what? It's called Teamzy for a reason. It's about your team. It's about the community of your team. And none of you are too important to talk to your coaches. In fact, your coaches are starving for that one-on-one connection with you. Being on a Zoom call every week, being in a Facebook group, that's not the same. They need to hear from you every once in a while. Okay, and you're just going to send them a message, an encouragement. Remember that stat that 50% of coaches quit in the first year. You want to make sure that you have a relationship, that you're deepening that relationship with people so they stay longer, so they can build their business. So we're going to go through our prospects, then our customers, and our coaches. We're going to connect with all. All these circles will be full. And then I've got one more list, my follow-ups. So how do I get people on my follow-ups list? Okay, so let me explain how this works. So remember in the very beginning, we messaged Jay. We just said, hey, how's your day going? And she's like, oh, it's going great, Eric. Things are great. It's so great to hear from you. What are you up to? And we start talking. Now, here's the thing. I'm not a big fan of cold inviting because I think you should have a conversation with people because I need to measure their mo. I need to measure their mo. I need to measure their motivation. I need to find out how interested they are. Right? The good book says, don't cast your pearls before swine. I'm not going to invite people to an awesome opportunity if they're not ready for that. First, I'm just going to have a conversation, find out how they're doing. How are your kids? What's happening? Right? How are things on base? Her husband's a Marine. So I'll ask, whatever, we're going to talk. So as that conversation develops, I'm going to look for opportunities to help Jay. I'm going to look for opportunities to help her. Now, if I can help her with my Beachbody business, that's ideal. But I'm just going to look for any wants or needs, ways to help her, advice, recommendations, anything. Okay? And as the conversation progresses, if we can start talking about health and fitness, which often will happen, she'll say, well, what are you doing? How's the Beachbody thing going? Oh, it's going great. We start talking. So in this example, I've now connected with 20 people today. I probably would create 10 conversations. 10 people probably won't respond. 10 people will, and I'm having conversations. Out of those 10 conversations, 3 of them will go somewhere where I'm going to send them an invite to something. So in this example, Jay, we're having a great conversation, and we start talking about her fitness goals. She's like, I think I really am ready to make a change in my body and really get fit. Great. Jay, let's get on the phone and talk a little bit about your goals. So now I'm on the phone with Jay. We're talking about her goals. She's excited. I'm taking down all of her questions, and I recommend to her 21-Day Fix. We're going to start with 21-Day Fix. It's a great, great program for you. She's super excited, right? How many of you guys have had this moment where somebody's excited? They are excited. Okay. So now we're going to send her an invite, but I want you guys to know, just put a bookmark in this. She's excited now, but she's not going to be tomorrow. That's just the way people are wired, which is why I'm going to teach you how to follow up with people to help them through their own issues, if that makes sense. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look Jay up in my lookup bar to bring up her record. Okay. Because now I want to go back and log that I have sent her an invite. Right, so I'm just going to put 21-Day Fix. And now I'm going to select that it was an email. So I typically would send an email with all the information on the group and the link for ordering. So I'm going to tell Jay that when we're on the phone. Okay, Jay, I'm sending you an email right now. It has everything you need for the challenge pack. It has the link to order your challenge pack. And I'll check in with you tomorrow and see if you have any questions. She's like, okay, that sounds great. So now I'm logging it in Teamzy. Now watch, see this little invite button right here, guys? This is how you log an invite. It's a connect with this invite button clicked. Now I'm going to select my type, and in this example, it's a challenge group invite, right? I'm inviting her to my challenge group. Now, one more thing I have to do before I log this. I told her I'd check in with her tomorrow, right? But follow-up is set for default, which is based on her number rank. So she's a 5-star, which means it's going to follow up with her in 30 days. That is not going to work. So you're just going to drop this down and select a follow-up. I'm going to select tomorrow. You can do any time frame you want. You can do a custom date too. I'm going to do tomorrow. Okay, make sure you set the follow-up. Now, when I log this, it logs it as an invite, and it puts her now on my follow-ups list. See that? There's no way she can fall through the cracks now. So now the next day I come back and I do my, my power hour. I connect with my prospects, my customers, my coaches. And when it's time to work my follow-ups list, I'm going to see that Jay is on my follow-ups list. Now it's my chance to follow up with her. Okay. Now, a couple things I want to talk to you guys about this is about following up, because this is huge. You guys have heard that the fortune's in the follow-up, right? I mean, some of the things I say, you're like, Eric, we've heard these things a million times. I'm going to throw a couple stats at you guys, and you really need to think about this because this is big. 80% of all sales, not just Beachbody, like all sales happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. So you need to ask yourself this question. Do you follow up 10 times on an invite? And I do these all the time. I talk to big teams all the time, and very few people will ever raise their hands to that. Do you follow up even 7 times just to kind of start getting in that ballpark? Probably not. And there's a couple of reasons why people don't follow up. One is just it takes an incredible amount of organization to stay on top of somebody that many times. And a spreadsheet or 15 different notebooks is not going to cut it. I mean, you need a tool like Teamzy to help you do that. But the real reason why you're not following up, and let's be honest, you're afraid to be a pain. You don't want to be annoying, right? And I know I can't see you, but I can feel your heads nodding at that one. And I know that's an issue. First of all, in a second, I'm going to give you 2 principles that if you apply, you'll never be annoying. So stay tuned. I'm going to teach you how to follow up without being annoying. But you need to change your mindset right now anyways about following up. These people are coming to you to literally change their life, right? I mean, you're going to help them become healthy, create a different lifestyle. And you guys know what I'm talking about because you've experienced it yourselves. It's hard to describe, but if this catches with them, their life will be forever changed. This is huge. So here's what I want you to know. When I talk to Jay, or when you talk to any prospect and they're excited, and then you send them the ordering link, and then you're trying to figure out why they're not ordering and why they're not responding to any of your follow-ups, you have to understand that all people are wired the same way. All people have the same psychology. We hate change. We hate change. And it doesn't matter how much we want change because our subconscious mind rules us. 80% of our actions come from our subconscious mind. So I could be the most excited person in the world today, but 80% of my mind is saying, no, that sounds like change in work, and we do not like that. We're going to find ways, we're going to find excuses, we're going to create obstacles to make this not happen for you. Right? Some of you guys are going, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Now, here's why 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up. Because those follow-ups are starting to reprogram the subconscious mind to accept the change. That is what you're doing. You guys are doing a psychological experiment with people to help them get over their own BS and change their lives. Now, I want you guys to understand this. In this context, following up is not annoying. Following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. You're loving them through the process of helping them change. And if you fail to follow up because you're hurt or you can't believe they haven't responded or whatever, you're actually communicating, I just don't care enough about you to follow up with you. Sorry. So you need to decide right now how much you really care about helping people. Because the coaching doesn't begin when they buy their challenge pack. It begins when they say they want one. You with me? Okay. So now that you guys have that, some of you guys need to write down following up as an act of love on a little sticky note and stick it to the corner of your computer screen to remind yourself of that if you're still having issues with being afraid to do it. But I'm going to give you 2 principles on how to never be annoying when you follow up. The first principle is this. Write this down. Never ask someone to do anything in your follow-up. Don't ask them to call you back. Don't ask them to message you back. Don't ask them to just tell you if they're interested or not. Are you in or out? Don't ask them that stuff. Don't ask them to hurry up and purchase their challenge pack. Don't ask them to do anything in their follow-ups and you won't be annoying. Some of you are like, how do I follow up then? Your follow-up is just reminding them that you're there, reminding them of the conversation you have, reminding them that you're their coach, reminding them that you're their biggest fan. That's it. I'll show you guys some scripts. It's super easy to do. The second thing you want to do in your follow-ups is this. Make sure the message is short enough that they can read the whole message or most of it, on their notification screen on their phone without opening the message. Okay, make sure that it's short enough that they can read it on their phone screen without opening the message, because they don't actually want you to know they've read it yet. Right? I know a couple of you are giggling because you're the same way. You want to see the message, but you don't want to see the message read receipt appear on the other person's phone, because then you might have to be accountable to doing something with it, right? It's okay. Just understand people are wired this way. And guys, here's the thing I want you to know. The vast majority of people, your best friends, your family, the people that are so excited about joining this group, will not respond at all to the first 5 or 6 follow-ups. The vast majority of people won't respond at all. And the vast majority of coaches will give up on them. This is exactly why you talk to somebody who's interested, they do nothing, and then you see that they joined someone else's team. Guess what? Somebody else was there when they were ready and you weren't. So let me show you how easy this is and elegant this is in Teamzy. Are you ready? Oh wait, I'm opening up questions. I don't want to do that yet. Here we go. Where's Teamzy? There you are, Teamzy. Okay. So I'm going to follow up with Jay. I'm going to go to my scripts. Oh, I didn't quite tell you guys this, but I did this for you. 10 follow-up scripts are in here. So you can actually follow up 10 times without even thinking. Okay? You're welcome. Here we go. Follow-up number 1. Bam. Hi, Jane. Just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? I'm going to copy that script. Okay, I'm going to go to send that to Jay. Here's my Facebook message, right? I'm going to paste that in, send it to her. Jay works for Teamzy. She doesn't mind that I'm just sending her junk in her thing. Boom. So there's the follow-up. Oh, look, Jay's stopping by to say hello. She's got a team call going on right now, too. Just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? By the way, this is my favorite follow-up ever. That's why it's my #1 follow-up. Because I told her I'd follow up tomorrow, and when I did, I put a deposit in her trust account. Right? I kept my word. And the words that I used, like I promised I would, is letting her know that I really care about her. And I'm not just after like a dumb $40 commission, that I really want to help her. Make sense? And then when I say, what questions do you have for me? It's about her. It's not about what I want. Okay. So I'm going to toggle back to Teamzy and log that. Now check this out. As I log this follow-up, the reason you do your follow-ups last is because you want to do your prospecting first. But another reason to do it is they are going to count as connects. So you want to make sure you've already done your connects goal, and then your follow-ups are going to push you above that. Okay, so this is a Facebook message. Check this out. Make sure you set the next follow-up. I'm going to set it for tomorrow. Make sure you set the next follow-up. She does not get to escape this follow-ups list until she has joined my team or I've gone through 10 follow-ups. Are you guys with me? All right, here we go. Logged. She's back on my list again for tomorrow because I set the next one. Okay, so tomorrow comes along. I do my prospects, customers, coaches. When I get to my follow-ups list, I get to Jay. Great, I'm going to follow up with Jay. Maybe you don't remember what you said last. You can click on activity to see your last message. Great. We're on follow-up number 2. I'm going to go to Facebook, go to follow-up number 2. Bam, here it is. Just making sure you got my email. Check and see if you have any questions. Right? I'm going to send that one to her. I'm going to log it in here again, and I'm going to set the next follow-up. Okay? Every day. And literally, it takes me 1 second. I don't have to sit around thinking and worrying about, oh, I wonder if she's going to respond to me, whatever. I'm just working my list. Bam, 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 bam. What follow-up are you on? Bam, bam, bam. People are like, you are so consistent and amazing. I can't even believe it. Yeah, I just have a really good system, right? You have a really good system too. So let's just go through these just so you get an idea of how to follow up. Number 3 is this. I'm excited about the goals we discussed. Can't wait to get started. Number 4, just staying in touch so I can help you achieve your goals. Number 5, I hope you're doing well. I'm here when you're ready, right? Because remember, they haven't responded yet, right? Number 6, and you don't have to do this every single day, maybe a few days in a row and then every couple of days after that. It's up to you. Use your discernment on that. Here's number 6. I know you're excited about getting started. I want to make sure you get your program in time for our challenge group. Do you have any questions for me? Right? Because I'm just assuming you must have some questions since you haven't done anything yet. Number 7, hey, just stopping by to wish you a fantastic day. Number 8, now is where I'm asking her, you know, I know life can be really hectic. I hope I'm not turning into a pest. Just trying to follow up and be present when you're ready. Let me know if you can help. Here's the thing, guys. These things work like a charm. You just want to keep following up. Just keep checking in. Just keep checking in. Just keep checking in. Because your follow-ups reconnect them to that hope they felt when you first presented the opportunity to them. Right? Because let's be honest, what you sell in this business is hope with a plan. It's hope with a plan. And every time you follow up, your goal is to reconnect them to that emotion of hope, right? And eventually we're going to get their subconscious mind on board, and they're going to get their stuff ordered, and they're going to join. So let me show you how that works. So now I go into back office, and it's like, bam, Jay ordered her challenge pack. She came in as a coach, the whole thing. It was worth the follow-up. Now I'll show you how to finish her off in the system. I'm going to look her up. We're going to go to her contact record. I'm going to log the sale because I need Teamzy to know that all that activity resulted in a sale. Okay, sale type, it was a challenge pack. Boom, save. Simple. We're not tracking volume or commissions, just that it resulted in a sale. Now, I'm now going to move her from prospect to coach. So I do that by just clicking on coach. Now she's on the coach team, and I'm going to click that she's personally sponsored. Right? So now Teamzy knows how many connects it took for me to get a sale and how many sales it takes for me to get a personally sponsored coach. I have those statistics to help me improve my activities. Make sense? And now when I connect with Jay, next time she comes up on my up next list, she'll be on the coaches list. And that's how you take somebody through, guys. That's how you add them in, how you start a conversation with them, how you have a conversation with them, right? Use all your form training, invite them to the business, follow up like a pro, move them onto your team, and then I'm going to continue deepening that relationship with her as a coach on my team. Make sense? Okay. Let's go ahead and take some questions. I'm going to scan the chat real quick, and then put your questions in the Q&A. If you put questions in this chat, go back and put them in the Q&A box for me. Somebody asked, video I recommended. It's, here, let me show you where it is. If you go into Teamzy, by the way, right here under University, you're going to find all kinds of cool stuff, okay? So you've got some training and education, webinars, videos, all kinds of different FAQs. But this is the one I'm telling you guys about. It's called Hit SC Every Month, How to Multiply Your Current Customers with Teamzy. That one will actually teach you how to multiply current customers and hit SC every month. Okay. If we use the free trial and didn't sign up, will our contacts still be there when we do sign up? Oh, I'm just going to go through these real quick, and then I'll do the Q&A. Okay. If it's been less than 6 months, your contacts will still be there. After 6 months, we delete them. When you add a new contact, what do you recommend we rate them? They're automatically going to be 3 stars when you add a new contact. Okay. Are there a lot of questions in here? Okay, there's only a couple. Let's do these. If you upload a second list from your COO or Facebook a later date and update new contacts, will it duplicate the contacts you already entered? No, it will not, Tina, duplicate those contacts. If they're already in Teamzy, it will not upload them again. And that goes for if you've deleted them from Teamzy, it will not upload them again. How are the recommended number of contacts figured? Did you collaborate with top coaches to get those numbers? Melissa Atkins asked that question. That is a great question. Okay, so Melissa, remember I mentioned that I've been a business consultant for 15 years. We have built out these connect ratios for other businesses, and they tend to be fairly universal. What we did with Beachbody was we studied all the statistics kind of at the beginning of the national wake-up calls. You know, they give you the stats. And we measured all of those different statistics for each of those top coaches against what we knew to be true, and we found that it's pretty universal too. So that's kind of, it just kind of showed that Beachbody kind of fit the pattern of other businesses and the amount of contact and connect that it makes. Now, here's one thing I will tell you guys. As you get better at this, it will take less connects to get more results. And that's just because you're going to become better practitioners at relationships. All right. So let me go into the Q&As now, the real ones. Okay. This is fun. Tina asks, if you upload a second list from COO, oh wait, we just answered that because I told her to do it in there. Okay, great. So that's the one we answered, which was, it will not duplicate if you upload that list again. All right, Melissa says, what kind of message would you send to someone you really don't know because they did one of your free groups and you added them as friends for that? I'd send them that same message. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. Right? Just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. Melissa, that is such an effective one. Now, I will tell you guys, one time I got somebody that said, why are you messaging me? Do we know each other? And I said, well, we're friends on Facebook. I wasn't really sure who you were either, so I figured we might as well be having a conversation if we're Facebook friends. And they were like, huh, LOL, that is funny. My day's going pretty well. What are you up to? Right? So anyways, just go with it. Here's the thing. It doesn't take much to send somebody a message. When you add a new contact, what do you recommend we rate them? Someone asked that. Okay, so again, they're going to automatically come in as a 3. Now, if it's somebody that like you just met and you want to connect with them again, you don't want to wait for them to show up on your dashboard, enter them in, they can still be a 3, and just set a follow-up for them so that they're on your follow-ups list so that you make sure you connect with them right away. Okay, next question. Melissa says, oh, we already did that one. Great. Christian says, meaning should we connect with them right away or should we wait till they come up? Okay, so I think I just answered that, but here's what I would do, Christian, just to clarify it more. If I met you on Facebook today, like we friended each other, whatever, you're in one of my groups or we met in a group, I would add you to my Teamzy and I would set a follow-up for tomorrow. Unless I'm ready to connect with you right now. Sometimes I'm not though. Sometimes I just want to put you on the list and because I want to do my connects all at one time. I like to do a power hour so I'm super focused. Makes sense? So I would probably just put you in and add a follow-up, and then tomorrow I'd send that first connect, but I would let you drop off my follow-up list at that point, unless you respond to me, right? So I'm gonna send you that connect. You're gonna be in my Teamzy churn. You're gonna come back up in 3 months, unless you start a conversation with me from that, and in which case we're gonna have a conversation. Is there a way, Melissa's asking this, is there a way to put customers into specific lists? For example, April challenge group, April free group. Absolutely, and the way you do this is by adding a tag, Melissa. Let me show you how this works. Okay, so you can see, if I go to my team page, you can see I've already got some tags, right? And let me show more because I have a ton of tags actually. So let me go to an actual challenge group from when I was a coach. Here's a challenge group from last January, okay? So this is everybody that was in my challenge group that started on January 11th last year. So I added this tag, this January 11th tag, to everybody in that group. So then what happens is I can now grab this group by clicking on the tag. So in addition to my normal contacts, you know, my connects with people, I can actually go through weekly or whatever down my challenge group and message everybody in the challenge group. Make sense? Okay. And you can use tags for all kinds of stuff. You can also see I tag people based on what programs they did, right? So I would put them in, like if they did, here's a friend of mine, like he did Shakeology and Focus T25. So I knew what products he was using by tags, and I could actually go to T25 and see everybody who'd used T25. Cool? All right. Vanessa says, sorry I missed the last section. Where did you go to move Jay from prospect to personally sponsored coach? Okay, so you can see right now I'm still on Mark's record, and I could do it here. See where it says member type? What I did to get to Jay was I just looked her up to go to her contact record, okay? So I'm on her contact record and I can do it there. Now, if I'm on the dashboard, I can also do it. If I'm talking to Kelly, I can go on the dashboard, I can just select details. And here I can add tags to her while she's on the dashboard, and I can change her member type. Pretty cool. If you guys want to change, like you want to go through a whole list and change people's member types, then what you can do is you go to team and you type where it says type mode, you just turn that on and you can actually go down your whole list and you can sort. Okay, that's what, you know, we're now getting into other networks besides Beachbody, and they don't have the ability to export from their back office, so they have to go through and actually move everybody over, which is total pain. You guys are lucky, you have it pretty easy. All right, let me just see here. What's the next question? Can Teamzy do bulk emailing? Jim asks. No, it can't do it yet. We've toyed with the idea, but we haven't done it. And the main reason we haven't done it is because it's just not that effective for this business. I mean, you'll get some results from it. The problem is that we want people to really focus on connecting with people, which is where the great results happen. The email list will get you some results, but people tend to rely on that and then get disappointed when it doesn't work, right? Which is exactly the problem with another product that primarily does that. Okay, what are the default follow-ups? 30 days, Connie asks. The default is based, Connie, on the 5-star ranking system. I'm sorry, the star ranking system. So a 5-star person is 30 days. A 4-star person is 60 days. A 3-star person is 90 days. A 2-star person is 120 days, okay? And then 1-star people They don't have a default follow-up. They don't come up unless you look for them. Make sense? Okay, and those are based on, again, on years of experience of connecting with people. Connecting with people more often than that, if they're not asking for it, can be really strange and weird. So we want to build these relationships over time. The thing is that your goal is to continually build your list. And those, you'll find that those time frames work great and you're constantly connecting with people. Okay. Emily asks, is there a way Teamzy and Facebook are connected when we have new friends, or do we need to input them ourselves? I wish that was true, but Emily, but Facebook does not allow anybody to play in their sandbox anymore. Nobody integrates with Facebook. They just won't do it unless they buy your company, like they bought Instagram, right? Which they took by force, by the way, because one of the founders of Instagram is an acquaintance of mine, and they didn't want to sell, but they were forced into it. Like, so anyways, just saying, Facebook, if you want to buy us, we'll talk, and then we can integrate for Emily. But no, there's no integration. You have to add them in. So here's what I would do. Let me show you how this works. Every day you're in here working the system, right? And you're meeting new people. You just click this add contact to add them in. It literally takes a second, right? I'm going to put you on my list, Emily. See how quick it is? Now look, I add her in. She's in there. Boom. I can set a follow-up with her tomorrow if I want to. I can put in any sort of tags that I want to if I want to put her in, like that she was a Facebook friend. She's on my list. Good to go. The goal is every day to do that. Now, when I go to my dashboard, look, now I'm getting credit for ads. I actually need to add 3 people every day that way in order to get my 100% score on my dashboard. Now, that's the goal, is that every day you're meeting people and adding them to your list like that. By the way, this is all mobile too, you guys. There's a mobile website, so you can do all this on your phone once you've set it up. Let me just find it here. Share it with you. Wait, I lost my Zoom call. Where are you? Share the screen. So it looks kind of like this, mobile, right? So you can do all this. You can add people here, okay? Now, if you fall really far behind, Emily, and like you haven't done this in a week and you've added 50 people, you can do a full Facebook import again and add those people, okay? You don't have to do it this way, but ideal is doing it each day, a little bit at a time, getting in the discipline of doing that, okay? And I'll just show you guys one thing. If you do another import later and you want to go connect with those people that you just imported, you go to team and you go to recent ads. See this group right here? Recent ads. So these are all the people you've recently added, so you can connect with them right away. Pretty cool. Desiree says, so if you had a coach quit and you gained all their customers, would you just upload your customer list again to make sure you get all those customers added? But it won't duplicate the ones you already have, right? Yes. I would do that. I would upload the customer list again to make sure you have all of them. And it will not duplicate the ones you already have, correct. Now, the cool thing is, Desiree, is that then you could then go to this recent ads and you could see the list of everybody you just uploaded, and you could start connecting with them to let them know that you're there to support them. Cool? Okay. Hey, I just answered all the questions. Do you guys have any more? It's your last shot, last chance. Wait, I got a new chat. Let me see what that says. Okay. All right, guys. Well, hey, we did a great job. We did it right in an hour. Thank you guys so much. Oh, what is the mobile site? The mobile site, guys, is just the same thing. It's app.teamzy.com, but just do it on your phone. So if you are on an iPhone, it's Safari. And if you are on Google phone, Android phone, it's going to be Chrome. And you're just going to go to Teamzy and just use the website like you normally would. Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I hope that was really helpful. I know some of you guys have been using Teamzy. Hopefully you picked up a few nuggets, things that can help you be super efficient. But here's what I want you guys to know. You really can do this business in an hour a day if you are organized, efficient, and leveraged. Okay, don't spend all the time planning, just get in there and do it. The most important thing is to have the right heart and be out there to connect with people and make their day and really look to help people, help as many people as you can. And if you do that, you're going to be successful. So thank you guys for joining us. God bless.